Sometimes you just have to make sacrifices for other people. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Today I took a day off. I had to take my car into the mechanic to get it checked out because a check engine light turned on. It turned out to be something simple like the gas valve lid thing, whatever, was not put on correctly. My partner, when they put in gas, they just forgot to like screw it in and click it the whole way through. So apparently the car just said, nope, I don't like this, and turned on the check engine light. And I did it. I fixed it. I screwed it on correctly, but it still wouldn't turn off the check engine light. So apparently when I took it to the mechanic, they just said, oh, we just have to reset it, but that's gonna be like 200 bucks. Like, oh great, 200 bucks just to reset it because I didn't do it right. It's like stupid. It's like, wow, that's a lot of money just to like put in the lid of the gas tank. But that's whatever, that's my life. Everything's so expensive. So I'm taking advantage of the situation and doing a bunch of reviews, and today we're talking about the Shadow from Fragrance World FA Paris Niche. So the Shadow FA Paris Niche from Fragrance World. That is a mouthful, but in short, it's called the Shadow. First of all, I want to say I really like this bottle. I love this pale like lilac shade or lavender shade with this etched silver detail, which are like flowers, and that metal lid. This is a beautiful, hear that? This is a beautiful little bottle. I really enjoy it. I really like it. I really like the way it looks. I really like the way it feels in the hand. It feels very luxe. It feels very expensive. It feels very like substantial in your hand. This could hurt someone. So this is a very nice little bottle right here. We're gonna test it out. This scent specifically, this fragrance has been a very interesting journey for me. So let's test it out. So this starts off very similar to my friend over here, Azure Oud, in terms of the top scent for me, but then quickly changes. So to me, this starts off very similar to Azure Oud. Let me explain. Azure Oud, I explained in a different video that it mixes a fruit with rose and a very powerful rose. So it's a very powerful rose and a very powerful fruit. I think it's raspberry. So it mixes raspberry and rose. And to me, that smells like overripened fruit, or it smells like kind of almost rotten fruit. This is what this gives me at the beginning, kind of like very ripened fruit with flowers, but this has the added element of being smoky, dark. So all that together, that's what you get at the beginning of this, like that fruit, rose, smoke, and amber all together create this like original story. So when you start it off, it kind of creates that very strong, distinctive smell that this has. This is a very distinctive scent at the beginning. Very distinctive. Like I think in 20 years, you could spray this nearby and I could immediately know what it is. That original spray is very specific and very distinctive. But the interesting part of this is that this goes through multiple stages. This scent does not chill. This scent has zero chill. Like it goes through multiple stages throughout the experience. Like it starts off one thing and then starts changing to multiple different things until it gets to its final form. And I think it has, I've identified maybe 4 or 5 stages, but I'm gonna talk about like 3 main ones and then whatever I pick up from here. So that original fruity scent, that original fruity, smoky, rosy scent is already going away. And now it's just giving me like the scent of roses with like woodiness and woodiness and saffron and rosiness. That's basically what I'm getting from this. So there's all of it is there. I think the fruit kind of like immediately dissipated and that rotten, overripened scent kind of went away pretty quickly. So I'm left with more pleasing scents. But this is a challenging scent, guys. Like this is not something that everybody would love. I think this would be very polarizing. And this is very oody. This is very, I would say, it's not pissy. It doesn't smell anything like negative like that. It just smells very animalistic. Oh no. But in a wood way. Like I can tell it's not coming from an animal. I think it's coming from like a specific wood, that oud, but it's like very powerful. It's a very powerful scent, a very contrasting scent. There's a lot of contrasting smells here and all that's like fighting for attention. So that's stage 2. Stage 3 is a little weird. Stage 3, I want you to like bear with me for this because what I'm going to tell you doesn't make any sense. The notes don't match up at all with what I'm going to tell you, but I wore this for about 3 days and this is what I got. So please bear that in mind. Please give me some leeway, but this is what I got. To me, the second or third stage of this just smells like Altair. I know, I'm obsessed with Altair. I get it. It might be just a me thing. It might be insane, but this second, third stage, it kind of smells like Altair. There's like a thing it doesn't last very long. It's like maybe an hour. Like by hour, maybe 2, 3. Like when it turns from original scent to dry down, that transition period between the two, I could have sworn every day that I wore it, I could have sworn there was a transition period where it smelled almost identical to Altair. I was like, what is going on here? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like a lot of the notes don't match, so it doesn't make any sense, but it does to me. It does. But that's like hour 2, possibly 3, for a while, for maybe half an hour, for maybe an hour, half an hour. That's what it smells like. Every time I do a review, a lot of you ask me about how things compare to other scents, and especially scents that you have. I decided to do a giveaway. How's that gonna work? I created a form that's gonna be in my YouTube description. All you have to do is complete the form, which is writing your name, writing what fragrance you're interested in, and how you want me to contact you. 1 week after I posted that video, I will contact 3 individuals from that form and get their shipping information to send them a 2 milliliter decant of the fragrance I was talking about. If you're not sure that the notes I'm mentioning and the vibe that I'm describing works for you, you can test it out for yourself now. You don't have to blind buy the scent. And then be ready to get your decant in the mail. But then after that, it settles down, and what you're left with is woodiness, oud, and some sexy background smells that kind of like complement that oud, complement that woodiness, complement that scent profile. It's very mysterious. It's very dark, it's hard to explain because it's a lot of contrasting scents. It's a lot of things fighting for attention. But to me, what stood out would be the woodiness, would be the smoke. It kind of smells like going into an incense shop and nothing is being lit. Like there's no active incense going. It's just a lot of different smells and spices and things on at the same, like things there, not on, but there at the same time. So you're smelling all that stuff at the same time with all these scents of all different spices, different incense and whatever. Nothing is lit, nothing is dominating. It's just all of them are mixing together and fighting for attention. That's what it kind of smells like to me. And the thing that wins is the common denominator, which is wood and smokiness. That's what's winning there. But there's always like a constant battle going on. There's always like a sudden note popping up and then going away, another one popping up and then going away. So it just gave me like, this is what free radicals are when something like pops out. So this kind of gave me that vibe. So it ends up being an interesting scent. I can't say I love this. I can't say I hate it. I can say that this is something that people will talk about. This is something that people will notice. It is an interesting scent. Now, the one caveat here is that not a lot of people will like, and I think it leans older gentleman. I think it leans more mature because none of it rang youthful to me. And there's no sweetness, not real sweetness here, to ground it in more youthfulness. So if you are someone sub 35, this might clash with your personality and it might show elements of your personality that doesn't really match. So I think this definitely is like a little bit challenging to wear, like challenging first experience. This is supposed to be a copy or a dupe of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomade. No idea if that matches or not. I don't have that scent. I don't particularly care to have it if this is a copy of that, because this is not something I would seek out. This is something that I find interesting, but not something that I definitely want to get definitively. This does not have a following on Fragrantica. I didn't find it on Fragrantica. I couldn't find a lot of information online about it. Mostly what I found online was on YouTube videos, people recommending it, and that's where I got the original recommendation for this. And this is very hard to shop for. It wasn't anywhere. I ended up getting it on Amazon. It's the first scent that I buy on Amazon. Everything else was like gone. Like Fragrance World doesn't have it. None of the typical places have it. Drama Shop doesn't have it. Fragrance Buy doesn't have it. None of the places that you would typically look for these scents had it. And because of the scarcity, it's also pretty expensive compared to the other ones. So should you get it? I don't know. As an experience, it's interesting, but I wouldn't blind buy this unless I was reviewing it, because this was not something that I would wear frequently. This is not something that I think I would enjoy in most situations, and I don't want to put people off by wearing this because I know that this was challenging to people to wear. This is just like a lot. This is a lot, Robin. That was a lot, Robin. So should you get this? Probably not. Let's talk about the notes very quickly. Let's go. I went immediately to end the review. Let me talk about all the logistical stuff. So the notes, top notes are geranium. The top notes are geranium, raspberry, rose. The heart notes are birch, saffron, amber. And the base notes are benzoin, smoky wood, and oud. And the other thing I didn't mention was longevity and projection. This projects a lot, this lasts forever. This is a great performer. I think the part that I get stuck with a lot is the scent profile. The scent profile is just strange. Not bad, not good, just odd, just interesting. So it depends on you whether you want to try it or not. Again, it's hard to find. I would suggest getting a decant of it, but I couldn't find a decant of it either. So maybe join my giveaway. Maybe you'll get a decant of it. So final thoughts on this. Scent, I would give it 7.58. I would say 8. Let's go 8. No, 7.5. Scent 7.5, projection 10, longevity 10, overall score 8, because I don't think I'll wear it that often. I don't think it's something I'll reach for. It's a little bit too challenging, and it's not because of me, it's because of other people. I don't want to choke people out. I don't want to challenge people every day, and this is a challenging scent. This is something that other people are not necessarily going to enjoy, and I feel like that's unfair to people. So I'd rather not challenge people all the time. So it's an 8, not because of me, but because of others. Sometimes you just have to make sacrifices for other people.
With great power comes great responsibility.
And sometimes that means not wearing scents like this. That's my final thoughts. Have you tried this? What did you think? Did you like this? Did you not like this? So remember that scents are subjective. What I don't like is not necessarily what you won't like. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and always remember to smell your best. See you guys.